Today we're reviewing
Air Rescue! Pups save the mother tree! Totally handled.
just having the Valiente setting in the show is just such a boon. The aesthetics are super pretty, and the more epic tone is generally uplifting. The Adventure Bay segments will seem all the more mundane now. They don't just make efforts to have the setting look like Valiente, there's effort put in to make Tracker move like in the special too. It's clear animators are having fun and making an effort here, and that goes a long way. I'm okay with these three taking up the problem-causing stooge role. It's a little bit annoying, but nowhere near on the level of Digi and Tal or Chickaletta. They're cute enough I'll make allowances for a bit of annoying behavior, especially little cutes. I'd have rather it be any other subseries, but the simple fact that subseries are returning again is a very good thing. Unless you really stretch to say the Zuma Dream segment was Sea Patrol since it had some outfits, or every Sweetie appearance is Mission PAW, we essentially haven't had a single segment where a subseries returns since the visual update, until this.
Cables! Whenever you take one fruit, a new one grows in its place.
You could solve world hunger with this thing. I'd say it was already solved in that universe, but, you know, Rubble says he hadn't eaten for days and pups get a rubble. And I mean, we can just look at Percy. But the positive point here is that I like this post-Valiente setting having some slightly mystical, magical qualities.
When you need a tiara delivery super duper fast.
Random princess cameo. She and the tiara were probably in the project files.
I know you're worried, but the Air Rescue Pups will save the tree, and then we'll celebrate with an all-you-can-eat fruit fiesta!
River Morales, for some reason credited in this segment as River Morales, come on guys, take care with this sort of thing, has aged into sounding just perfect for Tracker now.
You'll grab the bottom with your net so you can both fly it away.
On a similar note, there seem to be no more issues at all with Benjamin Sipchevich sounding exactly like Ryder. That was quick. Air Rescue was simply a bad choice for this rescue. A setup where Ryder can't be there in person is clearly suboptimal. Sky's plane can't even lift the mother tree alone, so the Air Patroller was clearly the better choice. Plus, since time was of the essence in the Air Patroller, they could have had the briefing en route. If anything, the real ideal solution was to go in the Air Patroller, but with Sky's Rescue Wheels monster truck on board. You know, that thing can pick up the frickin' town hall, so it's pretty OP.
Oh yeah, get down from there. You're making the tree tip over even more.
Stripped of all her bizarre behavior when she became Buena, Lucita is now just kind of boring as a character. Nothing sets her apart now, and while it's a fun novelty to see her again, I don't want her to just outright replace Carlos. This sucks as a Pups at Play scene. It's just Rubble, and it's trying to pretend it's not just there for the exposition at the start to bring up Air Rescue. Then it tries to play off Rubble just eating something like it's a punchline. We badly needed some Rocky and Zuma here. Speaking of which,
Air Rescue Chase is on the case.
Rocky and Zuma just get stock lines for the call and elevator sequence and have to stay home being the crappy ground crew. Maybe doing maintenance on this huge and pointless airport they've built purely for themselves.
Whoosh, I'm an airplane.
Ever more contrived, ever less cute.
Looks like we're snack in action.
I know it's become just a chore for you guys now, but at least try to give us something unique to the segment and premise.
Hang on!
Not a fan of this Tracker face with the uneven pupil sizes.
Rescue mode! The jungle wouldn't be the same without it.
Roger that, Ryder!
I'm sure you know what I'm gonna say. Air Rescue is where Sky looks worst. and that gets carried over to a new season.
Boarding Marshall Airlines.
They have Marshall fly all the way there to water the tree, which he can do with his pup pack. He also catches the quaddy in his jet plane, though of course it would be better to hit the ground than a plane flying in the opposite direction. That's just classic Superman cartoon physics though. The actual point is that a lot more could have been done to make it seem like Marshall was really needed here. Pups Save the Mother Tree brings together the worlds of Valiente and Air Rescue. Pretty much universally, Valiente elevates things, well, except for poor Carlos, and Air Rescue drags them down. I'd have much rather this just be a regular segment, though I do fundamentally want subseries to come back more, so if it presages more of that, fine. The mystical, cute, and Attack on Titan cable action of Valiente is all very welcome here, and made it a strong segment. But we don't need Ryder left at home, planes with none of the limitations, the ground crews stuck on the sidelines or in passenger seats, or stories that fit the air patroller better. Overall, 7.5 out of 10. The many good points of Valiente help a lot here, and outweigh the cumbersome parts inherited from Air Rescue. Even totally ignoring the past, this is a strong segment. Okay, and that's my review of the first segment of today's episode. I'll probably look at the second segment on Monday, because we have a preview of episode 7, and I'd rather cover that tomorrow. No sign, of course, of Rex's debut. I suspect some frenzied meetings took place, and it's been pushed back quite a long way until a lot closer to the Dino movie. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all for today though, and I'll see you guys again next time.